Alright, welcome everybody. Just here for a very short stream today. I'm in backcountry Washington State, and I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of that backcountry bush flying. Right now I'm KOMK, I believe. Whoa, that's the mic. Gotta watch out for that. As I said, KOMK. Let's go and find out what the actual name of that airport is. We're here in the mountains, and what I'd like to do is sort of take off a little bit towards the west, maybe fly around this area just in general and see what it looks like. So we're in Okanogan, OMAC, RCO. KOMK. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put that in offline, so I can just get ATIS and weather information. Let's see. Altimeter. Oh, pressure is crazy. So altimeter is 3044. Wind is 330 at 3 knots. So not too much wind, but we do have a high pressure system. Gotta zoom in a little bit more here, a little bit up there. I think that's better. So let's check out 30. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm hoping that's what we're looking for. Elevation's 1305, so maybe we're low right now because we're in the GA parking spot. So let's go ahead and move ourselves. 330. So we're going to take off. Let's go ahead and see if we can take off to the north, runway 35. Okay. There's 35, and let's go ahead and dial that in. So we're at about 74. Okay. Fuel is good. Everything else is good, and we're just going to go ahead and start taking off. So I believe, if I remember correctly, there we go. Just go ahead and see if I can use my new rudder. So I've got a new rudder that I'm working on, and it's nice. Very nice, but just getting used to it is a little bit more of a challenge. So I just gotta bear with me as I maneuver here. I think really our best bet for right now is just I'm just gonna follow this taxiway. Braking is definitely pretty serious here. Let's go ahead and I think we just have too much power going on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so let's see if we can bust out of here. Okay. Maneuvering right now just with toe brakes. So we're going to depart to the north and then track to the west and see if we can hit some of these mountains. There's some... I chose this area because I thought there was going to be some more lakes. So I don't know if that's real or not. But hopefully we get to see something. So all right, let's go ahead and set a few things up. Like I said, we only have about an hour here today, so not going to do anything too crazy. But I do want to see the chat in case anybody decides to join in today and have a conversation. So let's put that up there. We're good on that. Flaps are down 1 notch. Rudders are fine. Good to go there on the rudders. And okay, let's go ahead and take off. I think trims are good. Yeah, trims are good. Okay. Gotta remember, I keep having to remind myself not to twist my joystick axis because I'm just so used to having the rudder there that all of a sudden I'm like, oh wow, yeah, no, I'm definitely not supposed to be doing that anymore. Okay, so let's get a little bit more power, passing 70. Rotate. Okay.
FSE flight not started.
Thank you for that information, FSE flight. Yes, I know. We're going to climb to about 5,000 and see if that's enough to get us clear some of these mountains. Let's go ahead and bring those flaps in. A pretty decent climb right here across some of these mountains. I just want to get a view for where we're at. A little bit of a valley right here. Just a nice Washington State area. I think scenery will pop in a little bit better once we're at better altitude. I've got some information offline that I may use for tracking. I may cheat just a little bit. I've got my iPad open in real life, so I may look at that. I don't really have too much time to do full VFR or full nav, radio navigation. So, please forgive me for not being super true to life, but I just kind of want to have a little bit of fun right now. Check out the scenery through this dirty bushplane window. Maybe do some low flying, some fun flying over some of these mountains, and who knows, maybe make some B-roll footage for a YouTube video or two. So a little bit of a lake down there. That's pretty cool. I believe there's a river right down there. I didn't notice that on takeoff. So we could follow the river north for a ways, but it looks like there's some more interesting stuff to our west as far as mountains go. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. See if we can't see something interesting here. Probably do want to be a little bit higher as far as this terrain goes, so I'm gonna keep up the acceleration. We're approaching 3,000 right now. So far the weather is cooperating, which is definitely nice to see. I can't guarantee that's going to last forever, but like I said, we only have about an hour here, so not going to do too much crazy. And at the end of the hour, if we're not in position, we are just going to land it, even if it means landing in a little valley, wherever we can find like a little bit of flat ground. So hopefully make it close to an airport by that time. I don't have to worry about that. My stream last night, I was landing in an airport. I was flying around Seattle, just like a quick flight towards the end of the evening, and I landed in Boeing Field. Totally botched the landing and overshot it completely, and probably one of my worst landings ever. But today, last night I was actually trying to keep it somewhat realistic. Today I don't care as much. I'm just in it for the scenery. A little bit of a nice flight. So I think what I'd like to do, I'm going to keep it straight right here. You know what? Let's go ahead and bust out Avi tab, so at least you guys can see a little bit of this route here. Okay, so I'm hoping, oops, a little bit off course there. Okay. So unfortunately that chat window does make it a little bit annoying. I guess this is good enough. Right there in front of my face. Don't want to really block too much of the view, but okay, so my idea right now is to go straight ahead there. Right down there. Looks like there's a little bit of a lake here. Zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, not too much. Let's see if we can make it till we get down here. I'm kind of curious about what this guy is. Maybe we can follow that to some kind of civilization. So what is this? This is like maybe, you know, bearing of like from our direction, maybe about 340. From actual direction, I'd say our course would be maybe 240. Let's get, we'll put 240 and see. But we do need to cross over these mountains first. So keep getting altitude, passing 4,500 for 5,000 right now. But I gotta be honest, I'm looking at some of these mountains here, and I'm not thinking that 5,000 is going to cut it. So we might have to put in a little bit more. We're not really leaned at all right now, which we should be, but I don't care about fuel. Just want to sort of just have fun. So yeah, let's see if we can probably bump into about 6,000 to get out of these mountains. Out of this valley here. So this valley that we're looking at up ahead there, that's surrounded in, looks like it's like this little guy right there. So somehow we need to get over this mountain range here and make our way all the way down here. Maybe the best way is to sort of circle around and like that. Or we just go over and just do a direct two. We'll see what it looks like once we get a little bit more altitude. I do have I could look at a sectional and just cheat. I mean, not really cheat. I'm going to look at a sectional, actually. Let me just go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm looking offline right now at my iPad. Yeah, our 5,000 feet estimate is way too conservative. I'm seeing peaks of 7,700 all the way up to 10,000. So, yeah, 5,000 is not going to cut it. We're going to go ahead and go up to 7,000 and see if that's good enough to help us avoid some of the worst of this. Hopefully we don't get too much weather. If we get weather, my initial plan is going to be to gain some altitude and go back towards the southwest. So here, this is the heavy mountain region that we're going into, and that's why I was kind of excited to see what we could see in there. But if we start to hit too much weather, we may have to make another decision. But for right now, we're gonna keep on doing the way we're doing, and see where we can land. Not seeing too much settlement down there. But that's okay. That's what we like to see, actually. Not too much settlement. Nice backcountry flying. Just taking a sip of coffee offline here. "17 minutes past the hour in real life time. Gonna probably need to ascend a little bit steeper. I'm gonna try to keep to like a... I know that we could climb slower than we're doing. I think climb speed is like, I want to say it's like 80. Yeah, I gotta refresh. I don't find the TBM a lot. I'm losing all my V speeds for the Cessna, but I'm gonna try to keep it to like 90, or at least 85. As we're gaining some altitude, so that does get harder to get to the rate of climb that I want to get to. I may have to circle around this area just a bit, but I'm aiming for that spot right there. I'm gonna try to get as much altitude as I can for right now, and then bank a little bit to the left, a little bit to the south. Okay, passing 6,700 for 7,000. Weather is good so far. Engine RPMs are high. Fuel flow is really high. Suction and amperage is fine. Don't have my correct tank on, so I'm gonna switch to the right-hand side just a little bit. And also trim it up a little bit because I let go of the stick for a second and it went crazy, so using too much pressure, or more than I thought I was at least, for this climb here. Okay, we're doing a decent climb. Liking that, and I'm liking what the scenery looks like up at this altitude. I think I might just have some fun with it in a few minutes, and do some crazy stuff here. Take this plane, which is admittedly a slow plane, but I'll sort of take it up to faster speeds than we normally would. Meantime, some of this mountain flying is pretty fun. There's our fishing poles. If you look in the back, got the cargo that we're hauling for our fictional mission. Whatever that may be, something that requires cement, I guess. I do like the attention to detail in this one, like all the scuffs and nicks, and right now I'm flying the this is the sim code is REP, but the livery and the interior I think is a free livery. I can't remember. I feel like it's I don't want to say because I don't remember correctly. I want to say Prop Strike Studios, but I don't know if that's real. But if you look up free Cessna Bush kit for X-Plane 11, you'll be able to find it, and it's cool. Yeah, it's definitely cool. This one strips out all the GPS, a lot of the autopilot, I believe, and just makes it a little bit more of a challenge, and a little bit more, gives you some more old school fun. So, and I said 7,000. We're well past that right now, but I think I may do some lower flying here now that we're over these mountains. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to just have a little bit of fun. So maybe we'll avoid that larger river that we were initially going to down in the, I don't know if you can see that on the screen there, but Maybe we will not go that way. Maybe we won't go here. Instead, we'll just track this guy a little ways. And that looks like that leads to some interesting water too, so that might be fun. We'll see. We are running against the clock. I've got some real-life responsibilities here in about 40 minutes. So if it gets to be too late, we'll have to make some changes, but so far so good. Beautiful mountain scenery here. Some lovely Washington State morning mountain scenery. We're passing by, rocking out the ORBX Washington State scenery package, and of course, just very happy with it. Always been just been a pleasure to fly around this area. Just don't want to overspeed necessarily. We are descending pretty rapidly. I think another thing I'd like to do, I think probably what I might actually end up doing with this is putting together some of this footage, saving the replay, putting together some of this footage into a compilation of mountain flying. So I'll do this. Maybe I'll take the TBM out in Utah, Arizona, Monument Valley, Sedona, stuff like that. Maybe Salt Lake. All that area. I've got this is a little bit more detailed. This is the RBX, but I do have Fork Boy Ortho set up for the other regions that I just mentioned, which could be a lot of fun. So I think I think I may do that. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on the channel. If you're not already subscribed, feel free to subscribe and get notifications for when I'm streaming. Have some cool streams in mind. Gonna keep on with the Cessna and the TBM for a while, but I also fly the Zibo 737. I actually haven't streamed I don't think I've ever streamed a Zibo flight, so I may do that relatively soon here too. So yeah, we're gonna do some low flight right now. We are in a valley of sorts, probably 3,500 feet off the ground, or the valley is. We're probably, I don't know, 500 AGL right now, or 1,000 AGL. No, 500, if that. And do some low and fast flying, not low and slow. Trim it up a little bit more. So we are actually, even though it feels like we're flying somewhat level, we are losing a decent amount of altitude, so the overall pitch of this area, I guess, is pretty sloped, which would make sense. Some farmhouses over there. Little road right in front of us, in case we actually wanted to land. I feel like we could potentially turn back around and land it if we wanted to. I don't see too much more that's too many more airports in the area. Power lines. kind of a cool little area. It feels like a little Switzerland vibe going on. Obviously not exactly like that. Probably not like that at all in real life, but that's just what I'm feeling right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think the overall timetable and capabilities right now lends itself to maybe either an improvised field landing, which, hey, you know, we're bush flying, so why not? Or finding, you know, just some small strip if we can. I don't know why I just got this. I don't know why I busted that out. Oh yes, I do. I gotta put that. Gotta set our tanks real quick. That looks like a little strip down there. That's not on my charts. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, it is on my charts. I didn't realize we were right here already. Well, it's something we can do a little touch and go there. Yeah, let's go ahead and try that out. Let's lose some speed. So I have to get used to flying with a rudder, with an actual foot rudder, foot pedals. You know, for the longest time I've just been using sort of the twist function on my joystick, and that does not get me where I want to get. Oh, that was much too steep. Wow. And much too high. Just lots of overestimation. Okay, we'll try that again. Yeah, so getting used to the rudder controls on my feet is a little bit of a challenge, but one that I'm adjusting to bit by bit and enjoying. Definitely a lot more fun to do. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just doing some bush flying right now. Thanks for coming back. I'm trying to do a little bit of a landing here, or at least a touch and go. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just doing VFR and really not being too smart about my flying, but just having fun with it. Put some more flaps in. Just feels like, I don't know, the scale of everything here with the texture is messing with my sense of direction. That's why I feel like that's my excuse, at least, for overshooting everything. And it's a very, very narrow strip. So, oops. A little bit of a... Yeah, that was a rough landing. Okay. So much for our touch and go. I think we're gonna have to turn around, take off again. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Just doing a little bit of like I said, a little bit of bush flying right now. And might be on a little bit later. We will see. For right now, I'm just sort of enjoying what I'm doing here, getting used to my rudders. Totally going off the... Oh, I guess there's the taxiway over there. I guess I missed that. Yeah, like I said, getting used to these rudders, this rudder situation. But yeah, beautiful little Washington State bush flying. Definitely having a lot of fun with it. I'm really glad I got this this textures, this scenery. yesterday I did a little bit of oh man, I am in dire need of a little bit more practice here on these rudders. Last night I did a little bit of island hopping in Greece in the TBM. It was pretty cool. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Good lord. Alright. There we go. The rudder is definitely a bigger adjustment than I ever thought was going to be necessary. But okay, I think we're good to go now. Or maybe not. Wow. Wow. This is catastrophically bad. Alright, well I don't know what kind of damage I just did to my my landing gear. But at least we're airborne. That's something, I suppose. My goodness. There's that angle of attack indicator. Alrighty. So... actually, I think what I'd like to do is just another short jaunt, and I may have to call it. I may do a few touch and goes because I really don't want to have to taxi anymore with this with my rudder skills as they are. So for the time being, I'm just going to circle back. There's another airport that is behind us, I guess to the northwest. So we're gonna circle here, try to avoid hitting this mountain. And try to find this other airport. So I do believe we have to follow this, like I said, northwest. So right now we're gonna take us above the airport here, and then we'll sort of try to angle it a little bit better for the next one and not make such a fool of myself with our landing. A little bit of trim. Okay. VFR is weird right here in the mountains. The horizon is just looks different. So my natural inclination is to think that we're actually sinking faster than we are when we're level. And then it was kind of the opposite when we were descending before. I thought we were level and we were actually sinking a lot. We were descending a lot more than I thought. So, important note, I don't know if this holds true in real life or not. Definitely not a real life pilot or anyone who should be giving advice, but I'm just curious, like, if in real life that kind of thing, mountain flying is sort of a tricky on your eyes as well. And so flying back up this valley, just a little ways, should be passing another airport, getting close to another airport, just a little bit bigger than the last one. Should be arriving there shortly. Just have some fun with it. Why not? A little bit of a pond right there, maybe? There's our airport. A little bit of flaps. Actually, we're going to do a lot of bit of flaps because I do not want... to extend this landing more than I have to. Reconfigure the plane a little bit with our trim. Yeah, a lot of trim there. And let's go. Oh, weird. A cool little area around here. I'm liking this quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of right rudder, a lot of left rudder, sorry. Some right rudder. Final and flare it. Well, of course, the one where no one is watching, I do a little bit better on, although I'm still ballooning way too much. But at least we got on the ground. All right, so let's go ahead and... Okay. I think we'll go ahead and call that one. All right. Okay, looks good. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate the views today, and I should be on later this week. Thanks a lot.